What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button. Hit that notification bell, make sure not to see any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And Marvel really has laid out some great comics this week. The first one we are going to be covering is Dark Ages. This is issue number 6, and it will be the conclusion to Tom Taylor's post-apocalyptic world. If you haven't been keeping up with this miniseries, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on thus far, with Tom Taylor throwing us into a world where we have a machine known as the Unmaker. It awoke inside of the Earth and it began to destroy its way out. The only hope for all of humanity was for Doctor Strange to release an EMP wave, and this halted the Unmaker. But doing this, it came at a heavy cost. That cost was all electricity, throwing Marvel into the Dark Ages. Taking us 7 years into the future, Tony Stark gets abducted by Apocalypse, the one who is currently controlling all of Europe. Having an ultimate plan, our heroes go on one last mission to save the world. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up with Miles finally being free from both Venom and Carnage. In the early days of the Dark Ages, Miles and Venom, they were really working together. They had a good thing going. They were helping each other survive through all of the turmoil. The only problem is when Carnage arrived. The two of them both bonding to him, having them whisper in his ears all of these years. He lost himself. The question that Doctor Doom has is, why would they work with Apocalypse? The answer to this question is a relatively easy one. It is because of the promise that he has been making. Apocalypse has been working on getting that EMP gone. There will be a moment when the power comes back on. And when that happens, he promises both of the symbiotes an opportunity to make their escape off this planet. That is, of course, before Apocalypse destroys it. As we hop over to Europe, we are picking up with a meeting of the minds. Octavius, Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Beast, a little bit of everybody is here. What Tony Stark has devised is a weapon that would really be able to close this portal up, or at the very least, be able to temporarily stop it. The sphere he created though, it requires a metal that they just don't have. That of course is adamantium. They have Captain America's shield, but the problem with this shield is it's not pure, and it's definitely not enough. For Tony Stark to be able to complete this device, we see teleportation of Cyclops, the Purple Man, and Apocalypse, going directly beneath their feet into some dark tunnels. This is where we find Wolverine. As Logan charges in, Cyclops tries to let him know that you have to stop me. You can't let them do this. You have to take me off the board. But before he can even get anywhere close to him, Kilgrave snaps his fingers and Cyclops completely incinerates Wolverine. This leaves nothing more than an adamantium skeleton. Now possessing the material they need, Tony Stark can complete this device. With Tony Stark getting to work, Dr. Octavius, he brings Apocalypse to the side to have a conversation because he's starting to piece things together. He was more than willing to work for Apocalypse this entire time, needing no need for Kilgrave to control him, letting Apocalypse know that there is a big hole in his plan because what he wants to do is transfer his mind into the Unmaker, make himself that god. In doing this, we don't know if his abilities, his mutant powers are gonna transfer over, so he might not be able to teleport out. And if he can't do that, that means he is going to punch his way out. He is going to destroy the Earth to free himself. And Apocalypse is well aware of this. In fact, he has already taken this into account. And the truth is, he doesn't care. If that is what it comes to, then so be it. Letting Doc Ock that he is just too clever for his own good, we see Dr. Octavius ripped in half. With his plans almost complete, Apocalypse is not letting anybody stand in his way. Any resistance, any hesitation, it is getting stomped out. taking us to the last hope of all of humanity. We're picking up on the double-decker bus. We have Dr. Doom and Moon Girl currently creating a plan that just might work. This is their Hail Mary pass. This is the last-ditch effort to try to save everything. Not only to save the ones they love that are currently under control, but to stop Apocalypse from destroying everything, leaving Devil Dinosaur and Miles behind. The rest of our heroes, they go to save the day. And this is all initiated with Storm, as she creates a hurricane over the Louvre. Apocalypse gets his forces into play, telling the Purple Man that it is time we see the release of Apocalypse's forces. Unfortunately, what they did not anticipate, though they very much should have, they find their friends. Beast, She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Dracula, Cyclops are all going against our heroes. And though many hesitate, Dr. Doom lets them know that this doesn't change the plans. We continue on and we push through anybody that stands in our way. With the battle getting underway, we see all of our heroes trying with all of their effort not to kill their friends, but at least take them down. All except for one person. That person is Deadpool. Because Deadpool, he pulled out his pistol and he put one right in the head of Kilgrave, taking him off the board just like that. All of the heroes are now free. Of course, this was not the plan. The plan was to render him unconscious. But with Deadpool driving the bus, he didn't actually hear the whole plan. Regardless though, the Purple Man is taken out. And our surviving heroes, they have just gained one heck of an advantage. Not only that, but inside the facility where we have Apocalypse preparing to do what he does, Reed Richards, Tony Stark, everybody is free from this grasp, and now they are ready for some revenge. With him lifting up his arm to open up a portal, he lets them know that they are far too late, that this evolution is inevitable. And our team knew that as soon as he teleported, there would be no reaching him. They had to stop him before he did that. And that's exactly where Dr. Doom and Moon Girl's plan come into play. That's when they unleash Sue Storm. Using her abilities, she was able to put a very small force field around his frontal lobe, disconnecting him from his X gene completely. He no longer has his powers and abilities, with Nightcrawler popping in, grabbing his armor, and getting out of there. This was supposed to be the end of it. But Dr. Doom, he made a deal with Dracula, wanting to ensure that all of this is done with. He sends in Dracula, turning Apocalypse into a vampire. This is how you destroy the indestructible man. You manipulate a monster into making him destructible by making him a vampire. And just so lucky for everybody here, they have the best dang vampire hunter to ever walk the planet. Both of them being untrustworthy, we see Blade jumping in and he decapitates both of them. And one fell swoop, Dracula and Apocalypse are taken out. As they free Magneto, this war is coming to an end. Europe is now free from the grasp of Apocalypse. And while there are still factions of cannibals and raiders and so much more out there, this is a new day. This is a new opportunity. Even after civilization has completely collapsed, there can still be something better. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I've been saying it for some time. I 100% wish we got some more of this. I really hope that we're gonna get some stories later on that fill in the gaps. We jumped 7 years from the day it happened to the ending of Apocalypse's rule. It would be really interesting to see where a lot of the heroes are, how they actually met their fate, really play it out and see where these stories go. The potential is there. As for this miniseries, these 6 issues, I thoroughly enjoyed this entire line. When it comes to our last battle, it really did end very quickly. That's probably why they inserted Deadpool in this to begin with. Because while everybody else is out there really just pulling punches, Deadpool is firing away and he puts one right in the head of the Purple Man. Very classic Deadpool, and at the end of the world, you know, who can blame him? That ends it right then and there. Call it done, call it a day. Honestly, the most disappointing thing is that this is over. Tom Taylor really has been killing it in so much of his writing, and I really hope that Marvel's gonna give him the opportunity to really give us more from this alternate universe. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always donate by hitting the Super Thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel. Every little bit helps, but if you can't do that, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, like this video, and until the next breakdown.